Let's go!
Howdy folks, you on the C Gonna Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button, and join this awesome community.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of C Gonna Speed 252. Let's go! We are here at Corvette in Carlisle this weekend, seeing a lot of the cool toys they brought out here. As you guys can see, I'm underneath the Chevrolet tent, and there's not a lot of people out here. You know why? Because I am one of the very last YouTubers in the country to see this color, and that is okay, because there's a lot of people that say they're the first at everything that they do, and I'm actually the last one to see it, which is okay, right? I'm gonna give my own spin on what I think of these new E-Rays that are sitting out here in front of me. I can tell you right now, I hope you can hear me well, because I'm using my phone because my GoPro has died on me, and I didn't bring an extra battery. Silly me, but hey, I'm out here doing my thing with my own phone. And that's why technology is so good sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. But here we are, sitting in front of the C8 Gray. A lot of people have been asking me while I've been out here, what are my thoughts on the new colors? And truly, I haven't really seen them. Not that much. But now I'm sitting out here, standing in front of the C8 Gray. And I can tell you right now, it is absolutely phenomenal. It is absolutely gorgeous. I really like this color. I think, you know, once again, something I said before, for me, with the colors, you got to really see yourself. You got to have a vision, right? Anything in life, your goals, your job, your house, your wife, your kids, your life, you got to have a vision. When you have a vision, you can start putting things in place. So for me, you know, the C8 Gray is a very unique color. And I feel like one of the interiors I would totally put in the C8 Gray is red. I think red would go extremely well with this car. I think Sky Cool Gray would go well with this car. And I like the interior that they got in there now. It just blends in a little bit too much for me, but hey, it definitely does work. I also think black will be okay too, but for me, I think red will be my first choice, white will be my second choice, and for my third choice would probably be the current interior that's in there right now. But man, this thing pops. And I can tell you right now, the E-Ray is going to be a phenomenal car. Because right now we're looking at a convertible, and as you guys know, I truly believe the convertible is a unique car in itself. The convertible does everything you need it to do. You still have trunk space here, you still have trunk space there, right there, and it's one of those things where you cannot go wrong. And on top of that, it is all-wheel drive. The E-Ray is all-wheel drive. You know what I'm saying? What Corvette has ever been made in all-wheel drive? No one. Not a single one. You know why? Because this is it. This is it, guys. This is the all-new all-wheel drive E-Ray that will put you in the back of your seat. You know why? Because that's what I heard. Haven't driven it yet. Haven't had the experience to drive one. I got an offer to drive one in a couple of months in Colorado, or at least next month, I guess, which is September. Haven't decided if I was going to make that trip yet. But at the end of the day, man, I'm telling you right now, the C8 Gray is really nice. And for everyone who asked me about the E-Ray, like I said in the previous videos, if you had a choice between the E-Ray and the Z06, in my personal opinion, if it was me, I would go with the Z06, but it's only because I already have a Z06. If I didn't have the E-Ray, if I didn't have the Z06, and I had an allocation that came up for the E-Ray, I am getting the E-Ray. Why? Because the E-Ray is a bigger version of the Stingray. Now, for all of you who are questioning whether or not you should get a Stingray or an E-Ray, well, it all depends. What are your driving habits? How much horsepower do you really want? How much money do you really want to spend? Because both cars are great in their own right. You cannot go wrong with an E-Ray. You cannot go wrong with the Stingray. Oh, that sounds pretty good. E-Ray, Stingray. I didn't mean to do it on purpose, but you can't go wrong with either car. I think you really will enjoy both cars for what they are. They both offer, you know, the bang for your bucks type of sports car. Although both cars are really getting expensive, I truly believe the E-Ray is a car that people will absolutely love. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on the E-Ray for sure. And I like how they do have the E-Ray on the side right here. Like, once again, I think this should be in blue because it'll look great. But at the end of the day, once again, man, this is one spectacular car. I like how the nacelles are black here. Same body color roof, and the convertible, man, is just one car that you cannot overlook. And I used to tell guys all the time, I would not get a convertible because it's just $7,500 over my budget. But in reality, though, I had the coupe, I had a convertible, and you just can't go wrong with the convertible. There's nothing like seeing the convertible top go up and down because it looks super exotic. It stands out, but the coupe is nice too. You know, if you're one of those guys who don't really take the top off as much as you like, the coupe is the best way to go. And at the end of the day, both cars are absolutely phenomenal, man. This C8 Gray is absolutely nice. I wish I could see this car out there in the sun because I'm pretty sure it'll pop even more. And if it was clean, there's a little dust down in here, so I wouldn't advise judging this car based off you see off the camera, even though the camera is doing its justice. But if it was underneath the sun, you would probably see a lot of the flake, a lot of things pop in this color for sure. And I think Chevrolet is stepping their color game up for sure. And even the cacti green, I think, is not a bad color. You know, I think it's going to be a very unique color, different color, but a color that most people, I think, will enjoy. And it's a good taste. It's way better than caffeine brown. I think caffeine brown, by far, is one of the worst colors they ever made. For any of you that have a caffeine brown C8, this is nothing against you. It's just a personal preference, I believe. And I asked the engineers, how many Z06s did you guys build in caffeine brown? He said only 20, and 3 of those were from their engineer. So that even tells you that they didn't even like the color that they actually created as well. And I asked a few of them, how did you like caffeine brown? They was like, we didn't like it all. It didn't really sell that well. And they're bound to get one customer that like the unique color, but it's not enough to the technology and the engineers and all that stuff to choose to make that color for one person. And once again, I think this color is going to sell well because I've seen this car multiple times since I've been here. This is my first video on it, but I've also seen this color on other brands like Dodge and, you know, vehicles like that where this, they don't call it Seaworth Gray. I don't know what they call it, but it has a similar touch. And Chevrolet kind of falls in line with the other colors too. Like, I know a lot of people have been wanting the purple and the green. And if other manufacturers started making purple and green, I think Chevrolet will also do the same because it just makes sense. And I think this car will absolutely stand out with purple and green. So that's my personal opinion. I love the new wheels in the car because these wheels kind of give it like an E-Ray look. They don't look too aggressive. They don't look too bland. They just look just right. Even with the machine finish right here, I really like it a lot. And also these tires, you know, you can drive them all year round. You got the 345, 25, 21s in the back. And I truly believe that Chevrolet done a phenomenal job with these wheels on the E-Ray because there's a lot of cars that they used to make with these wheels. And I'd be like, that's trash. Like, the Stingray basic wheels, now keeping 100 with you guys. You guys know me, my personality is always real, genuine, and true. The base model wheels on the Stingray are trash. I've said it before in other videos. I think Chevrolet overcompensated for them. Actually, I don't think. I asked one of the engineers. Yes, they did. When the wheels on the Z06s and the Grand Sports, the C7 kept cracking. When they came out with the Stingray, they overcompensated for the wheels because they was cracking. And I think they're trash. So when I got the base model Stingray wheels on my car, I knew I was getting aftermarket wheels to replace them with, and I was glad that I did because at the end of the day, you want to make the car your own. You want to do something unique. You want to do something different, and I think that's the way to go. So again, if people ask me, should you get the E-Ray or the Z06? I think personally, if you're on the list for both cars, you go with whatever allocation comes up first and you roll with it. Although the E-Ray is still the bang for your buck because you get things with the E-Ray that you don't automatically get with the Z06, which is the bimbo brakes. That's a bargain in itself. You know what I'm saying? So I think it depends on your personal preference, your driving habits, and what you think will fit your needs. And I think at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with either car. I'm the last YouTuber in the country to see the color, and that's completely fine. You know, I don't have a problem with being the last. So sometimes they say the last come in first. And at the end of the day, that's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal preference. And I want to give my own spin and own take on this color. You know, I keep it real with you. Like, if I didn't like a color, I didn't like a color. Just like I said earlier, I didn't like the caffeine brown as much. I did like the Zeus bronze though. It didn't sell as much, but the Zeus bronze was a different color, different touch. But the other colors that they had was a little bit better than that as well. And I like to see with gray. So what your guys' thoughts? Leave your comments down below. Do any of you guys like to see with gray? You like the cacti green? And I would love to make a video with the reptile blue because I think that's a phenomenal color as well. It reminds me of the Laguna blue. But once again, you guys, leave your comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button because I look forward to seeing you in a lot more episodes of Seek on the Speed 252. Let's go. We're out.
Is your seatbelt fastened? All right. Let's go.